Corey Swergas here for Slap News with the King of Kings, motherfucking Ryan Phillips. How you doing, my man?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. This has been one hell of a week, and it's just the beginning. Tonight's going to be crazy.
I mean, the last year must have been absolutely insane for you. You know, going from working a 9 to 5 day job to come in last March, getting into Power Slap, getting involved with that. Fast forward into the house in December. Like, what's been going on the last year? And like, are you just flying high or what?
Yeah, man, it's been a constant state of just flying in the clouds, man. I still can't believe how my life has changed. Doing interviews, meeting people like you, Corey, Slab News. It's just been phenomenal, top to bottom.
That's awesome, my man. Like, did you ever in a million bajillion years?
Sorry, guys.
I'll give my man. Business never sleeps.
Right.
Or it could be the woman calling. You gotta know. Okay.
It's actually Devin Schwan, the
Oh,
Dapper Slapper.
The Dapper Slapper. Maybe he'll make an appearance.
Yeah, I think he will. You guys will be lucky. You're in his room right now, so.
Yeah. Overall, looking at the entire experience back, did you ever imagine you'd be in this position?
I would say, did I imagine myself in this? No, but once I found out that the UFC was backing Power Slap and things of that sort, and Dana White's name is attached, I did have a feeling it was going to do something like this because also not only that, but he brought the Fertittas out of retirement too. So I had a feeling that this was going to happen. I did, but to the level and to the time frame that it's happened, no, I don't believe it. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the house, being there for 3+ weeks, all the craziness that went on, would you sign up for that again?
If the money's right, you know it. I'm in there, baby. I'm in there. Yeah, that was a good time. I still miss those guys. They're a bunch of animals. And, living in the house, it wasn't so bad. A lot of guys, took it very hard. Mentally, it was pretty tough. But, I'm down to go again. Let's go. Second ride. If I'm a coach, too, because, Coach Ryan's in the house now, maybe Abu Dhabi action.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I know Frank stated that they are going to go international for the next season 2, get strikers from outside of the United States involved.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll definitely be a unique twist to the second series. I mean, right now there was, 21, 22 of you in the house. Very small kind of brotherhood. Right. With just a small amount of strikers in Power Slap right now. As time goes on, the second wave, the third wave, the fourth wave of strikers, as the roster continues to grow, you might actually be in a pretty unique and special time right now where you guys are all friends. Yeah. Like, yes, there are some rivalries and some people that don't like each other, but I think over time you might actually lose some of that brotherhood. Because right now you guys seem like a big, happy family, whether you guys are fighting each other or not, hanging out, high five, mutual respect. Mm-hmm. Looking back on that time, I think 5 years from now, you'll look back and be like, damn, that was a fucking cool experience. Like, have you thought about that at all and potentially losing it as new strikers come in?
Yeah, no. I don't think we're gonna lose it. I've let's just put it into example. Me and Dwayne. Me and Dwayne in the house, we were kind of, going at it with each other. I pushed him around. We're getting, kind of violent since we're coming up to our fight. Obviously me, I'm freaking out. So, but that pushed our friendship to the ultimate limits. But, like good brothers, we bounce back. We're best of friends even still throughout that. We look back at it as a learning experience, and we're pushing on and being good friends. I think we all understand that this is a competition. I believe that it's something that, we a lot of these guys are real genuine. I think you can attest to that. Very genuine, have big heart. You wouldn't be in this sport or you wouldn't be successful in this sport if you didn't have the big heart. So I believe that the genuity of all the guys is just going to keep us together like glue. The fact that we're all pioneers of this Power Slap sport. I can't say the sport as a whole because it has been around for such a long time. Shout out to JT. But I think, it's going to be around for a long time. The guys who have made this into what it is and are bringing it up in the beginning are going to stick together like glue. The new guys, I've actually had a great opportunity of training both teams of new guys that came in, and I could tell you what, even though they were separated as teammates, they were consummate professionals. They all congratulated each other, win or lose. They all lifted each other up. And once again, I just saw me and the group of guys that I lived with and these guys, and it just seems like that This is a sport that not only brings people together, it brings out the competitive nature, it brings out the best in us, and it's incredible. It's just incredible to watch and be a part of.
Yeah. I mean, you and I talked, early January, kind of right before or right at when the first episode aired. Seeing the initial negative reaction towards Power Slap, was it disheartening in any way, or did you expect that this was going to happen?
I didn't expect it to happen because I'm such a big fan of the sport, and I see, you know, I can see the good things and I can see the bad things, but I already weigh them out in my mind, and for me, it's a positive thing. But am I worried about it or discouraged? No. I think the people talking is a good thing, whether it be good or bad. The press is just out of control. We have people like you that are pushing the good fight, and I think we have good allies on our side, and I think the people that are our enemies are actually turning around and seeing that this is something that is progressively going to be a mainstream focus and something that is going to be huge in bar settings and the betting world, and even for people who want to make something of themselves or better their lives, be in the public eye. So just excited for the future.
Yeah. I mean, did it ever tick you off in any way hearing these doctors, talk about or try and tell you what the fuck to do with your life? Like,
Yeah, that's that Vern right there. You coming Vern on me. No, I hold the same sentiment as Vern. The doctors that are coming out, I mean, who are they? Are they local doctors? I mean, are these just these made up internet doctors that are looking for clout? It just seems like everyone comes out the woodwork to bash on Dana White, who's done nothing but a great job, has been nothing but genuine, and has been nothing but a supportive person to us all, even you guys, and you can attest to that. So it's very strange why people always attack the person at the top who has nothing but great things to accomplish, except for one certain hiccup, but. I think we can all see past it, and like I said, it seems like the people that hate it the most at the top are now turning around, and that's trickling down to the other people, and the tribalistic mentality is turning around.
I mean, if you look at combat sports in general, you'd be pretty ignorant to think that doesn't happen in boxing and or MMA. I mean, when you have your hands in a boxing glove, of course you can't see them like this when you're spasming because you're taped in. Same with MMA. Yeah. So it's like to say that this sport is any more dangerous, etc., or the concussion risk is far greater. It's probably not comparing apples to apples because you don't actually get to see it. You see incredible knockouts, and obviously Dana talked about it as well. That since he took over the UFC, he's had no deaths or serious injuries within the UFC, comparing to boxing over the same amount of time, where they've had, I believe he said, 33 or 34 deaths in boxing directly linked to competitive pro matches. Right. So it just kind of goes to show you that there is some things there. And I mean, I'm sure you would agree that the sport wasn't perfect the first time around, but everybody is continuing to evolve. The commission for Power Slap 1 has put in much more strict and stringent rules to try and make it a lot safer. Yeah. So the evolution of it, the sport is going to continue to evolve. Yourself, obviously, you end up with an unfortunate blow to your bicep, and then you also had a forearm tear in your left arm as well. Right. But the guys there at Power Slap, Frank and them, have assured you that you're still going to be in the fold, you're going to be in the mix, you're going to take on a bigger role. Like, what does it mean to you to have those guys believe in you, whether you're injured or not, to be a part of it, being a coach? Like, what does it really mean to you, man?
Yeah. Oh man, it means the world to me. This is a dream come true for me, and I've worked very hard to have this types of moments. This is exactly what I wanted to do, and how I want to give back. Giving the coaching role for this particular event, and for even being able to assist with the new guys that might be going into season 2. It's just a blessing. I'm just completely overwhelmed with gratefulness because of that, and Message to Frank, Dana, and all the guys that work there, plugging my name and, talking good about me. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and all the supporters that I have. It's just been a great ride, including Slap News, as one of the first of 3 interviews that you guys released. It was one of the best interviews I've done, as far as production value. And, it just seems like, as far as this sport, with all the hate that we're getting, it just seems like the people that are really involved in it really want to be involved, and they really want to grow this sport. And I think we're going to just overcome all of these obstacles, and it's just going to be, I can say this now, possibly bigger than the UFC.
Yeah. I mean, hard work obviously pays off, and people that are passionate and people that love the sport are going to be able to, continue to thrive and prosper and be profitable, doing these types of things. One of the things that I think is really unique and really interesting is that this is a sport that athletes can evolve into their late 20s, into their 30s, and still be active and competitive. I mean, if you're in your 20s, like, there's no such thing as, adult contact football. It doesn't exist.
Right.
Like, whether you play hockey, baseball, basketball, like, you lose that competitive edge as you age. And, like, this is a sport where even if you had a career in MMA, and, like Dwayne Crespo, for example, he was ready to quit.
Right.
His pro MMA career. Like, hey, I'm done. Like, and then it was like this opportunity came, and like, I could actually do that. Like,
yeah.
I'm a good striker. My legs are hurting because he did a lot of, Muay Thai kickboxing and stuff. Like, I don't know if these joints can withstand that type of impact.
Right.
Like, I'm almost done. And now this has extended his career and his life
Absolutely.
as a combat fighter to be able to do so. I think that's very, very unique. And then the second part of it is look at the diverse background of aerospace engineers, mechanics, farmers, welders.
Right.
Like, this is a sport that, hits home of Americans, like the average Joe. And I mean, you guys are phenomenal athletes. I'm not taking anything away from that.
No, yeah.
But these are guys that have 9-to-5 jobs that are coming in here and fucking kicking ass in this sport and changing their life with now even serious money that is life-altering money for these guys. Like, what do you think about that, man? And like how that is so primed for the growth of this sport of bringing, not only spectators but competitors into it. Like Dana said, he has over 1,000 strikers applied, and there's got to be a good pool of that is mimicking. Right now the idols that it might be weird for you to hear this, but the first show, those are the idols that these people are fucking looking at and saying, I'm fucking John the Plumber and I want to fucking slap somebody legally.
I mean, like I said, I've had the pleasure of meeting some of these new competitors, and I don't know, not to give anything away, but during one of the matches, the competitor was calling me out, and it took me back. But hey, I'm top 5 ranked in the world. And, that's a great idea for the newcomer to call out the top guy. Absolutely. So, I gave him his props. He, congratulated him. And, no, it's only helping for the sport to grow. I mean, this is a rocket ship. It's just flying through the air at an incredible rate of speed. And, we broke 1 billion views already in only a month or so. It's just crazy that this thing is such a well-oiled machine at the tenure that it has. So, as far as, what does that mean to me to be kind of like the OG? That's what we call each other. I love it. I feel great. I definitely would love to continue on coaching or, being some sort of mentor role to these guys. But they're hungry. They're looking at us and they're learning off us. When they get a chance to meet us, we're all very happy and eager to help them push themselves to the next level. And I just think it's kind of like the Ninja Warrior. Remember Ninja Warrior first came out, and it's just like the plumber and the electrician. I feel like that is something that we also have, but we also have that combat and shock factor. So I think it's just a perfect combination, and you're just going to see it just continually grow, and it's just not going to stop. Not going to stop.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you, and I think one of the neat things too is, but in any sport, the professional athletes that are involved in it are the true ambassadors for it.
Right.
And like, think about how crazy. And I talked to a couple of the other guys too, because I know obviously Dwayne, teaches MMA, and it was like, how crazy is it going to be when you athletes go back to your hometown, start doing slap specific classes,
Right.
down the road potentially slap specific gyms and training styles, and breeding the next level of athlete. Like right now, we don't have that.
Right.
But as these protocols continue to develop, teaching safe striking, safe defense, stuff like that. I mean, obviously, right now, that's not set up. But could you see something like that happening, where in a lot of, I won't say a lot, but in certain, regions where you can't have qualified professional slappers, starting to breed that next wave and teaching proper etiquette?
Yeah. No, like I said, I think it's already happening. Even with my own trainer, Mike here, he's created some diverse exercises and weekly programs that are something that target certain areas of your body that can make you way better at slapping and defense. So even in my own life, I'm seeing that this is something that is turning around, and there's people that have already been chattering about slap specific gyms, which is a great idea. I mean, obviously, this is a sport that's coming up. It's coming to be, I got 80 million views on TikTok videos. I got millions of views online. It's something that's been beneficial to my life. And, a lot of people are going to latch onto it, and they're going to get interested, and they're going to want a place to go and, test their skills. Hopefully, we'll figure out a way that it'll be healthy to spar. Just get overall strength, wellness of the mind, and just, have something to look forward to in life.
Yeah. I mean, you had a pretty significant injury. Let's just be real with it.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought, if you're never able to compete again, would you be okay with that, or is it still going to bug you?
No, it would bug me. I have a lot of unfinished business. I do want to test myself up against the legends of the sport who are above me right now. I want my rematches with the two I've lost, even though, in my opinion, there was asterisks on those losses. But, definitely, I'd be fulfilled because I know I would be taken care of, and I would have probably a very fulfilling role. But no, you can't take the fight out of a warrior, man. That's me through and through, as a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah. Awesome, my man. Corey Spargas here for Slap News with Ryan Phillips. Jam session in his hotel room. All pleasure as always, my man. I appreciate you greatly. Obviously, we've developed a friendship outside of it.
Yes.
Always appreciate, chopping it up with you.
Yeah.
And being able to do these type of things, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was great to meet you face to face and have this moment. And, I see big things for you guys, and it's going to just be awesome for the fans. And I know, speaking on behalf of the guys, we all appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.